Good morning, it's Christine Crutcher from Create with Christine. This is take 2 of my Hello Beautiful bridge card live. I seem to have lost internet connection, so I'm back again, hoping that my internet will hang out. It's kind of cloudy, but it's blue sky outside, so I don't know. Sometimes when it's cloudy, sometimes I lose my connection, but anyways, I'm going to try to restart from the beginning. So if you're joining, thanks for being here if you're going to hop on live or catch my replay. So I am featuring the Abstract Beauty Suite. So if you have your January to June 2022 mini catalog, it's pages 48 to 49. And I'm featuring the bundle, the designer series paper, and the adhesive backed hexagons. So, and just a couple quick reminders that the 2021-2022 annual catalog items are while supplies last through May 2nd, 2022. So if there's something on your wish list that you have your eye on, make sure to get your order in ASAP. And then the 2022-2023 annual catalog, here's the cover, and that's all I can show you so far. So let's jump right in. Let me show you the card, and it's a bridge card. So I was at an event last month, and this was one of our make and takes, a bridge card with the Waves of the Ocean designer series paper, and I loved it so much. It was my favorite card in our make and takes. So here's the stamp set. I think it's kind of sort of overlooked, but it's got some great sentiments and some different sentiments, and it's 26 stamps in this set, and then it's got the splotches and that sort of thing, so pretty fun. And then here's the dies that coordinate, the beautiful shapes dies. So you got hexagons, circles, some labels, and ovals. So there's 14 dies in the set. Okay, so I think I've covered everything. I'm going to point the camera down, and I'll jump back in and hope that my internet stays up. Okay, moving the camera down, don't get dizzy. Okay, so let me find myself in my feed. Okay, so here's my bridge card. Again, it stands up on its own, and this is just like super fun. It's super easy. So sometimes you see fun fold cards that are really complicated. This is not complicated at all, and actually this video is probably going to go pretty quick. So I am not going to re-stamp what I stamped during the first time I was live with this video. So what I did is I die cut my little label piece ahead of time, basic white 2x3 inch piece, and then I stamped off on a Post-it note with my Blushing Bride to get a lighter shade of Blushing Bride, and then I put the sentiment is in Memento, full strength. Okay, so I was talking about the actual bridge base layer. So I used Blushing Bride, and I'm going to cover this with the designer series paper. I don't think I showed it when I came back live, but this designer series paper comes 4x6. So it's a new size for Stampin' Up. And what's cool is the reverse side has all these gold accents on it. So it's super, super pretty. I picked the kind of the paper that had the gold, the black, and the Blushing Bride. And you'll see in this card, I repeated those 3 colors 3 times. So it's something I like to do in my designs. But this piece started as 4 by 4 3/4, okay? And then I want to have 2 strips that are 1 by 4. So I put the 4 by 4 3/4 piece on my trimmer, and I cut the 4 3/4 inch side at 3 3/4 and 2 3/4 to make it easy to get my 1 inch pieces. So hopefully you follow me there. And now I'm just going to layer these up. And one tip I have with this paper that has the foil on one side is that you really don't need a lot of glue. I'm just going to use a little bit of liquid glue, and if I screw up, I can always kind of move it to another piece. But I just put my 1-inch pieces on either side, and I'll let those kind of set up for a minute. But honestly, it's like the glue is barely coming out. Okay, I found when I designed a class yesterday, and I used the same designer paper, and I found if I used too much, I didn't like how it looked. So I had to cover up some with my hexagon pieces. I used the same paper, the hexagon, and the ephemera pack from this suite of products. So I'll show you that class at the end, and I'll also show you the card that inspired this project with the waves of the ocean designer paper. Okay, so this is kind of making my bridge. Whoops, sorry, I shook the camera. Sorry about that. I'm back, no sound. Uh-oh. I'm having all sorts of technical difficulties today. So, Elaine, can you hear sound? All right, well, I might have to just come back and tell you, yes, you can hear sound. Okay, so Robin, I guess it's on your end. I did have some technical difficulties and I lost my internet connection, but then I restored it. So you might have to just come back and get the measurements later, or watch the video replay on my blog at christinestamps.blogspot.com. So here's my bridge. I am going to put another panel piece. And my panel pieces, say that a couple times fast. I have a Blushing Bride cardstock piece that's 5.5 by 1 1/4. And then I have another designer series piece that's 1 by 5.5. So I'm just going to layer these together. And this panel can go all the way to the bottom. It's actually going to go all the way edge to edge. It can go all the way at the bottom, or you can, I like it with some gap, with a little bit of gap, but you could put it all the way to the bottom as well. So whatever floats your boat, it's your card, so you can make it your own. So I just kind of sort of eyeballed this. I want my adhesive only on these two sides. And I'm just going to eyeball it and go for it. Okay, I don't want my adhesive in the middle. And then I'm just going to embellish to my heart's content. I chose the stamped piece. I have a gold foil hexagon, and I'll put all the measurements on my blog and on this video later. But I kind of went to one side, so you can do in the middle, you can go to left side, right side, whatever floats your boat. I am going to put the gold piece on first. And then what I did is I'm going to use glue dots for this. I like glue dots for my foil. I'm just going to put 3 across the middle, and it's going to get covered up so nobody's going to see. Oh, I think I just screwed that up, but that's okay. I'm going to go 3 across the middle. I'm just going to take this one off with my fingers. I don't normally do this, but I don't want this to stick where it does. I don't want it to stick. And I have an adhesive remover, but it's just quick to just take it off with my fingers. Whew. Okay, so just like so. And then I have a piece of the Simply Elegant trim. This has got the gold and the silver in it. And it's a 12-inch piece. I just did a giant bow. And I'm just going to kind of put this, glue dot this in the middle. And I'm going to cover it up with the sentiment. Sorry, I'm not in the camera very well here. Okay, so I'm just going to put this about in the middle with kind of like some of my bow kind of off to each side, just like so. And then I'm going to put dimensionals on this piece. And I'll put 4. I like a lot of dimensionals, so we'll do like 2 on each side. Gotta have your support there. So because I have the glue dot not in the middle, I'm not gonna even bother putting one in the middle, and these pieces are going everywhere. Okay, so pretty much I want this kind of on the panel, right? So you'll still see some of the adhesive through, but I don't want adhesive going outside the panel. So I tried to make sure my adhesive is like in the middle here. If that, hopefully that makes sense. And then to finish it off, I just added a little mini hexagon in the black, the little tiny one, right by the amazing. So that's how simple this card is with all my technology difficulties. I made it more complex today, but I'll have close-ups. Oh, and then I can like obviously cut my tails down of my trim here, but it'll stand up right on its own. And then I think I did mention that you can write a little message on the back. This is a lighter color, so you could do a message or a post-it note with a message. Let me show you the card that inspired this card. So it was done with the Waves of the Ocean designer series paper. So the colors are a little bit different, and it's a different label, and you know, this one has also a sentiment tucked in here, but same measurements, just different look and different designer series paper. Oh, this one has the white on the back because it is a darker color cardstock. But the other thing I mentioned is these will just fold and fit in a standard Stampin' Up! Medium envelope. So they just fold either side. So both of them will just kind of fold one side down so you can fit it in a medium Stampin' Up! Envelope. Okay? So let me show you the class that I mentioned that I designed. Here we go. So if you want in on this class, you need to join my mailing list, and I'll put the link below. But this is an 8x8 home decor piece. So I actually think that it came out so cute. I think it would be great to have up at your desk in your home office or your office at work if you're working in the office. But it also would be a great gift to give somebody if you have, you know, a sister, sister-in-law, daughter, granddaughter, niece, so cousin, any woman in your life. It's kind of girly because it's got a lot of pink, but I used the ephemera pack from the Abstract Beauty Suite. I used the same designer series paper, Abstract Beauty. So, and then I just kind of focused on the floral pieces in the ephemera pack, but you could totally make it your own. There are other pieces in the kit that I didn't use, and you get two hearts and two of the little you get 2 of each little cutout pieces. So you could totally change it up. These dies are called the Amazing Thanks dies that do the You Are Amazing. So there's actually no stamping on this at all. So it's a great class to go. I am offering it. Registration will close on April 19th, which is a Tuesday, 2022 at noon Eastern. And yeah, if you want more details, you'll have to click on the link below to join my mailing list to get the details. So I think that's it for today. I'm going to move the camera back at my face. So I'm going to have a really busy week because I am planning ahead. I will be gone a couple days after Easter. So I do plan to be live here next week, Easter Sunday, to do a project. And then I'll be planning ahead the week after that. I will have something for you. I won't be live because I will be away, and it's 1 hour earlier, and there's no way I'm probably going to be awake at 9 a.m. Central, which would be 10 a.m. Eastern, because we're going out Saturday night. We already bought tickets to a show, and shows in New Orleans go very, very late. So I am making sure to get like my 9 hours of sleep now so I can get lots of sleep in before my trip. So anyways, that's it for this week. Have a wonderful week. I'll see you next week. And check out my blog for pictures and measurements, or look at the measurements below in the body of this video. And if you want the class, you need to join my mailing list to get the details. Okay, have a wonderful week, everybody. Bye.